Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Yeah, it looks like pirate challenge is gonna be a weekly thing, so maybe from here on out the Wednesday is the pirate day. I don't know, because we did have a pirate challenge, our first pirate challenge last Wednesday, so now it's Wednesday again. Another pirate challenge. Will that be a trend going forward? We'll have to wait and see, but for now we can assume so. Luckily, seems like today, at least for my own testing, seems a bit more manageable than the first pirate challenge. Hopefully for you as well. As always, I'll cover the modifiers, feats, and then show you the battle. So there'll be YouTube chapters below if you do want to skip ahead. Otherwise, let's see what's waiting for us in today's challenge. Now we are on Ilum, which actually today kind of is helping us because, you know, Jedi, Raven's got mass assist, right? When they use Heroes Arise from Jedi Knight, Luke's lead would be a mass assist, so at least there we are kind of slowing them down. They can't gain bonus turn meter as well, so like Shakti won't be getting constantly bonus turn meter when you're hitting her allies. So I don't know about pirates, but I think we are not hurting too much with today's modifier. It really is more shutting down the enemy, so maybe that's why today's challenge is a bit easier for me personally than it was last week, just because obviously the modifier on Ilum kind of shuts down the Jedi completely at the start of the battle. Now, in terms of the feats, we have to meet a full team of pirate units. It's a pirate challenge, and then we have to win after gaining stealth 10 times. Now, many ways to gain stealth. I'll try a couple of different teams just to give you an idea. And then we already touched upon the modifier for Ilum. So the start of the battle, everybody is inflicted with 10 stacks of hesitation. Anytime unit uses a special ability, they lose a stack. And while they have hesitation, they can't assist or gain bonus turn meter. They can, however, counterattack. So you gotta be a little bit careful, because once they get Jedi will on everybody, they will be counterattacking, and be warned, like especially Jedi Knight Luke hits really hard. So you definitely want to avoid attacking him while he has Jedi will, unless you have him captive or, dazed or something, so he can't counterattack. The pirate modifier, I don't know, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I'm not really sure what to make of it yet. Does it help? Does it not help? We don't have lots of ways with current pirates, at least that I have, to gain lots of profit, so I don't know. Not looking that useful for me at the moment. And then luckily also the Jedi modifier, they get some stacking damage, but you should be able to knock them out rather quickly, so hopefully that won't be too much of a problem further down the road. Alright, let's hop and to the battle now and bring on my pirates. Like, depends what you've got, right? Similar like in the first challenge last week, like for me SM33 is the MVP because you can quickly nuke out somebody out of the gate. Again, I have to remod my pirates. Like, I don't have them modded well anyways because I don't use them anywhere, but if you are using pirates and you have them decently modded, probably you won't need to remod. One thing definitely I did need to do was make sure that Amphis is the fastest, goes first, mod her for potency as well, because with middle specials she can then land buff immunity, and you won't land that on Mace because otherwise Mace keeps getting his fake taunt and keeps getting in the way, but buff immunity will prevent that. So that's why Ness kind of has to go first. And there's a modding for other guys. Ithano here, 319 speed, and then Hondo, a bit slower. I did mod him for damage though. And then SM33 as well, like Hondo, modded for damage. So there are your two main damage dealers in this one. And then the fifth, I don't know, does SWGOH help much or not? I mean, landing defense down on his basic is pretty nice, just obviously makes enemies a lot more squishier. So I modded him for speed as well, so he can get out and do that for you. Alright, let's hop in the battle and let me show you how I operate this team. It works pretty well. As long as we get that buff immunity here locked in on Mace, so let's go ahead and do that. No buff immunities, so what I'll do, I'll just back out and try that again. That's the only RNG at the beginning, but for the most part you should be able to land this. There we go. We didn't get a stun, we got buff immunity. That's fine. That's all what we were after. And then we'll do basic here with Quiggle to land the defense down. And then we'll do another AoE here with Ithano. And then what we're gonna do is now is middle special on Revan, and this should now knock him out. There we go, Revan's out, so no savior for them. Then it's also important, obviously, that Honda is also fast enough that you do get captive on Luke, just to slow him down a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and land the days on everybody, and then we'll just keep hitting here basic with Quiggled, and then we'll just keep now hitting Mace, because he's constantly now be taunting anyways, now that I think Shakti dispelled buff immunity. There we go, dispel again. So we'll just keep going here working on Mace. Sure, there we go. Like, we don't have to worry about Luke attacking, right? He's still captive. We'll just keep pounding here Mace, and eventually we should be able to knock him out. He's a little bit annoying. As you can see, they can counterattack. As mentioned before, the Ilum modifier only prevents assists. It does not prevent all attacks out of turn. Alright, can we finally put Mace down? There we go, that should put him down. Okay, Mace is down. Good. How we looking? Yeah, we'll just go after Shakti next, I think. We'll just start working here. I don't want to touch Luke, right? He's got Jedi wheel and he's not captive, not dazed, so he will counterattack, and I do not want Luke counterattacking. Alright, now we have to deal with this taunt, right? Sure, just give me an AoE, I guess. There we go. Okay. There we go, Ness dispelling the taunt. And yeah, I don't want to get a counterattack by Luke, so let's just go ahead and knock out Shakti here with the last special. There we go. Okay, let's lock in the days, and now we have days on Luke, and now we can go ahead and start going after him. He won't be able to counterattack. Let's go ahead, middle special, big hit. Oof, almost got him. Well, not almost, but okay, we'll take it. Let's see if we can get a stun over here. Good. Let's put captive again on Luke, so he can't counterattack, and now while he's captive, I'll just keep going all out on him. Okay, slowly but surely we're getting there. Come on, SM43. That wasn't very impressive. Well, I guess Luke, with being a boss, he's very tanky actually. Alright, there we go, Luke down, and now we just get Kanan down, and that's it. So overall, I don't know, at least for me, for my pirates, for my modding strategy that I showed you, apart from, you know, had to restart once to get that buff immunity on Mace, not much of a problem today, just because of the Ilum modifier kind of totally shuts down the Jedi, right, their assists and bonus turn meters and things like that. Alright, enough for the stealth feat. We cannot have a stealth feat without Teebo's lead, right? His leadership at the start of every unit turns, they have 55% chance to gain stealth, so Teebo lead, no matter his gear level, he's here for leadership, and then you can put some sort of team, like if you do have any Galactic Legends, like I'll use Kylo, you can just do that, and you should be good to go. Unfortunately, we cannot stun Revan, we cannot stun as well Luke, so a bit annoying here. So what we'll start off here is this, and then let's go ahead, sure, let's go ahead, poke Mace, let's give another turn, and we're gonna go ahead and poke Shakti, and now we can hit autoplay. The reason why I did this, because otherwise AI with Kylo just keeps using AoEs, and then he'll never get Siphon and he'll never start increasing his damage. That's the reason, right? That's why I didn't want to make sure, did a couple of pokes, that we start, you know, with some Siphon, and then when he's constantly using his AoE, when he's in his ultimate, he's constantly wrapping up the damage, and eventually you'll be able to burn through this, guys. We lost Teebo, don't matter, right? He's here just for leaderships anyways. Okay, this guy's doing some hits, but we should be good to go. There we go, Revan down, and now we're just down to Luke. Hit another ultimate. He'll be counterattacking, right? He does have Jedi will, but eventually we should be able to knock him out once we ramp up enough, I guess, with Kylo. Okay, there we go. Alright, Luke is putting up a fight, we'll give him that. So maybe not the best GL squad I put together. Maybe Rey could be better, but man, AI, right? First it would just do AoEs, and then it stopped doing AoEs and it's just doing poke. Man, Kylo is a bit messed up. Regardless, selfie done on auto, which is good to go. Now let me hop over to my other smaller account and see what we can complete in that account. Okay, so now we are in my other smaller account, and usually I can get by on tier 6, right? Tier 6, no relics, no Zetas, so for the most part, at least last time, I was able to get to work this with my pirates. I'll mainly be relying on Nest to carry this. Now, because of Lightspeed tokens, I did get now Hondo to Gear 12, so maybe he'll help out as well, or the other guys are there just for moral support, I guess, because they're Gear 1, they won't last very long. The biggest threat here really is Mace, just because he's not only taunting, but he will be reducing with his Shatter Point max health, right? So if you just get down to Nest, they can quickly whittle her down max health, and then she won't be able to carry anymore. So I'll just try and keep Mace under control. I don't have Zetas on Hondo, so not ideal, but we'll just work with what we've got here. Okay, so far so good. Let's just keep hitting these AoEs now. Sure, why not? We'll have to get through Mace twice, unfortunately, because of the Savior on Jedi Knight Revan. Jedi Knight Revan does not need Zeta for the Savior. Okay, here we go. I'll just keep punching through Mace. Right. Okay. Alright. Get a stun maybe? Good, perfect. Ooh, almost got him. Luckily Nest, right, on her basic she's dispelling defensive buffs, which includes taunt, so you can kind of get around taunt from Kanan when he puts it up. Alright, keep chugging away here. We got its Mace number 1, guys. Alright. Let's go ahead and keep working on Mace. Get me a daze. Okay. Sure, do some of this. Get me a stun. Yeah, we'll just keep pinging away at Mace, guys. Just keep going at Mace. Make sure we get his Shatter Point out of the picture, and then things will become, I think, more manageable. Okay, down goes Revan. Nice. So we don't have to worry about Revan again. Once we go after Mace, once we finish off Mace, come on. Almost there. There we go. Mace is down. Perfect. Now I think we should be able to hit autoplay with Mace down. Like, we don't have to worry about him reducing max health on either Hondo or Nest, and they should be able to clean this up now versus Gear 12 units. Okay, although they are putting up a fight. However, Exposed is there, that Nest is landing on her basic, helping out with the damage. Down goes Kanan. There we go. Was able to eke out, as long as you get Mace down fast enough, I think, you know, Nest should be able to carry this with a little bit of help from Hondo as well. Alright, enough for the stealth feat. So Darth Maul is kind of a catch-all leadership for your Sith, so just, you know, put him in the leadership slot when whatever Sith you got, Galactic Legends, whatever. I'm just trying to not use, you know, those Conquest units and Galactic Legends, just to see if, you know, we can get by without using them, because they're a little bit less accessible than those that you can actually farm. Okay, so let's go ahead, do a cooldown increase here with Nihilus to begin with. Again, Mace is gonna be annoying, so we will drop Isolate on him, and once that is down, we can now go ahead and auto, and hopefully these guys should be able to sort this out all by themselves. Obviously gonna target here Jedi to Revan, so we don't have to deal with his Savior mechanics. So we're just gonna target him. He's down, perfect. And then I'm not sure, but just keep working on Mace then, I guess. We don't have to worry about stuns on this team, right? Because Trey's unique will be cleansing them whenever they get a turn, so no issues there. But yeah, we'll just keep pounding Mace again, just so we can get his Shatter Point right out of the way, so he's not, like, for example, reducing max health on your Malak or something. Okay, alright. Oof, that was a big hit actually. Okay, I'll just keep working on Mace. Oh, come on, so close. There we go. Then let's switch over to Shakti. Get her out as well. Okay, so far so good. We might lose. Yep, Trey goes down. Not ideal. Because now we lost our clans, obviously. So when Luke does his stun, right, we could be in trouble. There goes the stun. Let's see if these guys have enough now to finish off Luke. Luckily, Nihilus' health is through the roof at this point, I guess. Ooh! Alright, revive comes in clutch here for Cyan. Alright, there we go. Okay. That's a nice drain, but you know, Luke is a high protection character, so drain doesn't do a whole lot to him. Okay. Luckily, it looks like Nihilus jacked up a lot of max health. There we go. Got Luke down, and we should be go from here. So definitely playing manually, I guess, would feel safer, but I just wanted to see it on full autoplay. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. Hopefully it was useful and helpful. Again, you know, stealth feed, you can get it done so many times. I just showed you the 2 teams that worked for me well in both of my accounts, basically on full auto, so that's always good. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.